Um, I'm getting started on the recording here, and let's see. First off, hi everyone. Good morning. Welcome to the first CockaDoodles AMA. Right, Bree?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Morning.
Cock-a-doodle-doo.
Woohoo! And we're gonna do something that we
Morning.
haven't done in a bit here, which is hold on a second. Hold on a second. Let me just get all this set up right, and then
Hey, everybody.
hey,
What up?
Oh,
look
now I know why you wanted to shave. Okay, I got you. Okay.
at that. You got to be presentable for the gang, right?
Yeah, of course. Yep.
Yeah. And well, and also like not for nothing, but you see a lot of projects these days, and you don't know the people behind them. And I think one of the cornerstones of this project is, well, Bree. Bree's the one who looks great on video.
You look okay.
Think so. Do you want to come a little closer? Can you come a little
What
closer?
if I could?
Let's give it a shot. There you go. Um, hey everyone. So I'm Josh. This is Bree.
Hi,
And
Bree.
Hi.
hey, look, Caesar.
Looking
Now her
good.
mouth is moving, not just your icon.
Yeah,
I need to do it more like that. Huh?
So you
Yeah,
can't see it.
we both need to talk like Caesar's icon.
So I literally just sat here taking a video of my computer, sending it to myself, and you can see the whole thing.
Hippie, I love that your reality is just twisted enough that you're worried that these icons weren't actually moving.
It legit was like I didn't know if I was tripping or not, man.
Do you see us on video? Because we're not here.
I no see because someone commented about your face being clean shaved, so I know you're there. I know you're there.
um, so all right, so let's get into a little bit about who we are, because and I think Caesar will agree on this. So that one of the cornerstones of any project are who the people are behind it, especially in this day and age. Um, I don't want to tell people that the way to go is that you have to work with docs projects, because I know a lot of very valid projects that don't have a docs team, like Board Ape Yacht Club, for example. But over here, it's one of the things that I think are important is that we're both doxed. You can look up decades of history of me under Curious Josh, and easily you've been online for at least 10 years.
Yeah. Longer, but let's not go into the Zanga live journal stuff.
I mean, don't get me
Or
wrong.
MySpace.
Yeah, we don't want to go back to high school years of Brie. That's it's adorable, but
Yeah.
let's creep on you as an adult. um, let's see. So a little about me, and then we'll go into the project, and a little bit about Brie. Um, I've been a I've been in computer graphics and special effects for probably longer than I want to mention. Literally decades. To give you an idea, I worked at Pixar, I worked at Sony before going off and doing my own plugin company, where it was a file format translations between Poser and a variety of packages like Maya, 3D Max, and some others. And then I spent the last decade doing photography and doing art. And then when the pandemic hit, I was like, hey, let's see, events aren't happening, photos aren't happening right now. What else is out there? Oh yeah, look at this metaverse stuff. I created a world for Burning Man VR 2020, one of the first Burning Man experiences, a metaverse world. Ran events out of it for that, and it was a real blast. And then we got into crypto, and suddenly crypto is like coming together with like the coding. Oh yeah, and I've got a degree in computer science, so we've got like
Did you also forget to mention you worked at Pixar and all that?
yes, no, I said that quickly
Oh,
at the
okay.
beginning. If you guys have ever seen Monsters Inc., if you remember when they get sent to the Yeti's cave, that I built that cave. I also built the body for Dash, the kid in The Incredibles, and God, what else? Anyone who's been to the Universal theme park ride in Florida, the Spider-Man ride, I was the character setup supervisor on that. I was a character setup lead on Hollow Man. I controlled the team that did the gorilla on that and presented at SIGGRAPH 2000. So it's this whole set of skills that come together to do something like this, and I'll talk more about how some of those relate to it. But I'm really excited and really excited to be here. I feel happy every day that we found NFTs, and that's my story. I could ramble on a bunch, but I want to pass it to you for a few minutes.
Hi, I'm Bree. I've been in art, been doing art basically my whole life, and I've been in fashion for about 10 years. Going to Burning Man as well for 10 years. Kind of big on community.
Yeah, and a lot of the fashion tie into our utility of the store is one of the things that you're kind of excited. You're telling me you're excited and passionate about too, right?
Yeah, I didn't know if we were gonna have more of an overall introduction before I start talking about utility.
Talk about the utility first, and then let you talk about why you like it.
Yeah.
Okay, you got it. You can tell it's still kind of it's just barely into afternoon here, which means that you get the morning version of Josh and Bree, which is like, oh, this is kind of cool. Where's our coffee? Hey, okay, not every joke of mine's gonna be great, all right?
I still laughed a little, just because it's pity.
You heard it here, folks. Everyone should have a girl who's sweet enough to give them a pity laugh when they need it.
I'll make it a little stronger next time.
more pity?
Well, no, they'll laugh a little more stronger, believable, but not so much that it's like.
Thank you. I appreciate that. I'm just texting our guest really quick. Our special guest who's coming in later that we started the AMA. We got a special surprise coming up for you guys. Oh yeah, and I should mention in one of the things I love. Well, first, before we go into the utility, the next thing I want to do is do the first big thing that's been in our announcement this week, which is that we have a new marketing team. I'm really excited about this, guys. We have Caesar, Dutch Bro, and JRAF JRFL, all from the founders of the Ape List coming on board, and they're gonna be running our marketing. And it's I'm super excited about that. Caesar, do you want me to give you guys a little bit more of an intro? Or you guys want to take it from there?
I mean, nah, we're good. Just we're happy to be here. I think we're gonna take care of our Ape-less family as well, and you guys are the first ones to know most of the details. And I mean, I'm not going to talk long in the tooth. I mean, if Dutch wants to add something or Jay, you guys feel free. I mean, it's a team effort. I mean, let's just face it. I wouldn't be here without Dutch and Jay, and I don't think Jay and Dutch would be here without me and Josh and Bree as well. I mean, so it's just a total team effort, and we're going to try and do 100% right by Ape List and our community, and let you guys in on the scoop as this is the earliest possible. So I mean, you're here for those who are,
Yeah.
and we're just going to do our best. But with that being said, if Dutch and Jay want to go ahead, and
Yeah, I mean,
I'll
I'll
go
quickly
ahead.
add
Yep.
something there, Caesar, but well said, man. I mean, yeah, so we basically started talking to Josh and Bree about a week, 2 weeks ago, and they showed us what they had built, where they've come from, and how far they've come, and we were just really excited to see what they're working on, and naturally, Josh is a fellow ape, right? Apeless member, ape support apes, so we're glad to be involved here and to sort of share what we've learned in the space so far and apply that to CockaDoodles. And yeah, we're just excited to be here. I think we got some really exciting things beyond just CockaDoodles, right? Because that's something that we're going to be talking about today. And Josh, I hope you don't mind, but I did already share a bit about this in the Ape List announcement. And I
Nice.
see there's a few apes. Well, actually, a lot of apes here already. So we appreciate you
Yes.
stopping by. But no, yeah, a lot of exciting things in the works, and the special guest. I mean, I think it's major. I mean, having people like this come into the space with that kind of experience, that is just insane. But that's not to discredit what you all have already built here, because I mean, you've got a great community already. I think the CockaDoodles art is cute, it's fun, and also very achievable in terms of what our plans are, and just got some exciting plans. So yeah, very excited to be here.
Oh, thank you, brother. Yeah, like, and oh, JRAF, you want to say something too?
No, glad to be here and well said, Dutch and Caesar, and yeah, happy to be here, man. Take it away.
Yeah, and Dutch is starting to hint at what we've got going on under the hood, but like you don't get a team like this just for any kind of standard project. We've got a big surprise incoming. I know I've shown it to you a little bit in some of the chats and some stuff like that. We talked about it before, um, and that's how do I put this? I'm really excited for what we have coming up. So let me start to go through a little bit about that. First off, we're going to start to talk about some of the utility that we're doing tied to the CockaDoodles. We'll talk about a little bit about the project, the ethos, kind of like give you guys an overview of why we're doing it and what we're interested in. And then we got a special guy to bring on board who's also going to be talking and having a little bit of fun there. Let's see. Okay. So to start with, one of the things at the core of the server is an interest in the fashion slash NFT slash crossover topics. Let's see. One of the first big things that we want to do, and one of the cornerstones of our utility, is a Web3 NFT merchandise marketplace. What do I mean when I say a Web3 NFT merchandise marketplace? Well, in the first version, it's the ability to connect your wallet to it and have stuff that ties in a little bit better to your own personal experience. Because everyone gets when you get merchandise from an NFT project, it's the generic art. So one of the things that we want to do is we want to make it so that people can tie their own wallet in, and then you could get your own NFT printed into the art of the merchandise. So basically, imagine if Bored Ape Yacht Club was doing a drop, and they had we'd already designed the templates and everything, but say that in like the window of the Swamp Club was your ape, and not just any ape. So that's the kind of stuff that we're looking to do. That's one part of it. Bree, do you want to talk about? Is this like a good time to talk about your passion for fashion and what other things that you brought to the?
God, don't say passion for
I know. I
fashion,
finally
but
had to say
sure.
it.
So I mean, one of the things like I'm kind of like looking forward to trying to do is bring, just some more different merch. Like we've all seen the sweatshirts and the t-shirts and the hats and stuff like that, and we're just kind of looking to bring a little bit some more fashionable options, or like other options we're not like seeing yet in the space.
And how has how has merch been for women in NFT projects?
Well, I think we see a lot of the standard t-shirts for a lot of projects, so just offering more different options, so we have a little bit more inclusiveness in merchandise, and like people can find a little bit, everybody can kind of find something they want.
Were you saying that like even regular projects you usually only see men's types of shirts or that kind of things, like what like women do tank tops and stuff like that too, right?
Yeah, like I think we can have a little bit more options, is kind of what I was saying.
Nice. And also, so some of the things that we're thinking about too are kind of like, if you imagine when projects do special weekend edition drops, we're going out there and searching for more unique things, watch bands, things that you don't normally see stuff that NFTs are on, but it can be really cool to have them on and have that integrated in the store. Then the other aspect of this, of course, is my history in character setup supervision and pipelines. So one of the things I specialized in were character pipelines, which is basically, working with and translating character assets. And character assets are at the heart of the metaverse. That's a character asset is like clothing, hats, all that kind of stuff. So one of the things that I want to do is start to integrate that when we do a merch drop for a project, that we have some special items. When you get them, you also get a metaverse version of them at the same time, all in the same shop. So it's nice because it ends up making it so that projects can brand cross reality into metaverse, and also have a centralized location where there's someone who actually understands how to do that. There's so many metaverses popping up right now, and I want to be one of the people who understands what all the different file formats are and how to make those things translate between them the right way, and kind of have this store as a cornerstone. One of the nice things too about it is that we have to be really careful how we phrase things. So I'm still talking to crypto lawyers about this, but we want rewards. If we can, we want rewards to be tied to the store, and so that the holder is actually, the better the store does, the better they're doing. Have to be careful how I talk about that yet. We're still getting the exact language on that because, as you guys all know, the recently I think it was in the State of the Union they were talking about like I think Caesar, you were talking about that, right? Like, didn't they mention SEC
Yeah,
and
so,
NFTs?
yeah, so Jerome Powell definitely is going to come after the NFT space with tokenization and anyone that's infringing upon SEC laws, and it's definitely in their sites. So it's just an extremely fragile utility moving forward, in my opinion. I mean, there's a lot of projects that have probably not even paid attention to security exchange laws, but it's definitely something that projects should be having on their radar right now because, as we all know, the U.S. government does not play games. And when they can come after someone and take revenue, and that's their main focus, is to take money away from people that are not obeying laws, that's what they're going to do. So yeah, it was definitely spoken about, and it's coming, period, the end. So with that being said, I also want to just welcome my brother's in here, my brother Kenny Dirty Benches. So yeah, Kenny, thank you for joining us, appreciate it.
Hey, that's your is that like your brother? Like, hey, that's a bro, or is like that's my
No, that's
brother?
my
As in, like
that's
your
my
mom and
brother.
dad see you
Yeah,
Thanksgiving.
that's my real brother.
Hey,
Hi.
Dirty Benches, nice to meet you, man. You want to say hi?
Hello to everybody. Thanks for inviting me in here. Definitely excited to be here, guys. I appreciate it.
That's awesome, man.
Hey,
Like,
welcome.
yeah,
By the way,
welcome.
Josh, I see we got I see David also joined already.
Yeah, we did. I was gonna work up to that. We'll get there.
All right. Sorry, I don't mean to spill. I don't mean to spill it here.
Hello, everybody.
Hey, David, your mic's a little quiet there, buddy. Say something, David.
How about that? Is that any better?
Yes, it is perfect. Yay!
Very good. Yeah, okay.
Sweet.
I'll shut up now. Continue.
Why? Thank you, sir. I will. um,
No problem.
so, if you guys notice too, like, notice that this isn't like one of those AMAs with the stages where it's just us talking. At the core of our project here are some of the values that we're taking over from Burning Man and the community, is that everything is about the community. And even our choice to do a voice chat and not an AMA stage is because we wanted to make it set up so that you guys can join in. It's not just about getting to know us, it's about us getting to know you. At the core of this, and something I'm really excited about, like, as we've been going along and doing this, we've gotten to know everyone in our chat almost. Like, Corky's a friend. LTS is a friend. If you guys know, we're talking with hippies because we're friends. We're getting to know Caesar. This is and it's important to talk about this because it's important to talk about the values that we're basing this on. As we talk about the utility and what we're doing with it, I've got 20 years of community building experience from Burning Man. I run the LA Burning Man Facebook group, which has over 16,000 people in it. We've both been going for years. I helped at one point. I ran the mailing list for Burning Man in Los Angeles, and I think one of the things everyone talks about wanting a community, but one of the things that's really shocking to me is that we're in our chat talking, and people are like, "Oh my god, I can't believe the founders are in here talking with people." Like normally we only get to talk to the mods, we don't get to talk to the artists or that kind of thing, and it blows my mind because that's why we're here. We want to create a space where we're all getting to know each other, and we know each other. It's in my mind, I want to know you guys like a year out, 2 years out, 3 years out. I know some of you are here just to flip. That's fine. You guys have fun. I'm talking to all the other guys who are, in it for a long-term hold because if there's one thing I know about apes, we know about what can happen to projects when you really work on the community and do something long-term with that. And that's what we're looking to do. One of the things that's the core about that is obviously Bree is a woman artist in the space, who I'm excited about supporting. And as we were coming up and building projects like this, we've been building this Discord for a while. We noticed that it's getting easier now for women to get support, but one of the core values that we have in the project is that we also want to support women projects. And we're starting on those initiatives even ahead of time. We've got a Share Women Artists channel coming up, and we're going to be taking a certain percentage of the mint price and royalties. And what I want to do is set it up so that maybe every month or every 2 months, we all pick a woman in NFT project to support, and not just give them some ETH, but I think it's really important to acknowledge that what it takes to make it in the space is connections. And so Bree and I really come from a WAGMI sense, like we try to not just do it for us, but as anyone will tell you, one of the reasons why I ended up getting to know the Ape List was because you guys all remember the OpenSea hack 2 weeks ago, not the first one, but the one that was 2 weeks ago when there was the thing in the contract where people had signed a contract and it was a phishing scam. I ended up spending literally 6 or 7 hours in the Bored Ape Yacht Club Discord. And I didn't really have the time that day, but I saw that people were confused. They didn't understand what was going on. And so I just sat there and I helped people understand stuff that was coming in. I explained like, as it was unfolding, like, hey, okay, guys, watch out. It's not just an email. This is how the signing works. This is the hack that people are seeing. And I didn't even realize how much I was helping people until the end of the day when I started getting when I said goodbye and this huge thread started in the main chat, like, oh my God, we love CuriousJosh, when CuriousJosh, and all these really amazing things. Oh, and of course, that's when the Spectrum guy comes by to do our service. But it was really wonderful, and because of that, they introduced me to the Ape List. That's how I met these guys, and it all comes from. And if you come in our chat, like I'm always trying to help people with programming if they've got questions. Bree's willing to help people understand how to do the art. One of the things that we want to do for this is, as part of the utility, have some classes on how to set up art and layers in Photoshop and Illustrator and pipelines to get those layers into NFTs and tricks that we've done. So at the core of it, I think what I'm trying to say is that we're a real WAGMI type of server. We really want to help people and not just in lip service only. So that's one of the core things at the center of this, and why we want to help women in NFTs. What? Who said something?
I think that may have been an accidental unmute, or just somebody who didn't realize they were unmuted.
Fair enough. Let's see. So the other last thing, there's two more last things I want to talk about here. One of the other ones is the metaverse aspect of the project. Because I've got all this character setup experience, a lot of projects will say, "Oh, we want to do a metaverse," but then we've all seen it happen. They've got these huge ideas on their roadmaps, like metaverse, 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 and 4 or 5 months you haven't seen a metaverse. I actually already have a couple of teams of mine from various projects that I've worked on. One of my modelers who I worked on with Hollow Man, he's now at Disney, and I'm bringing him on to do some models. I've got another team from Sky Captain and the World of Tomorrow. I was a character setup supervisor for the dinosaurs in Sky Captain and the World of Tomorrow. And so I've got them ready to come in and do some metaverse characters for us and stuff. It's like, unlike a lot of projects that say they want to do it and then scramble to try and figure that out. Pixelmon. Oh God.
Oh, please, let's not talk about Pixelmon, please. I just forgot about them.
How could you forget about Kevin, man?
And we will remind you, we do have a support group for Pixelmon in the A+ server.
Yep. If anybody's traumatized by Pixelmon, go find your support in our support group.
Can I show you this? They've got a channel in there. It's like Pixelmon support group.
No, but I'm sure it's very needed.
Oh, but I'm kind of joking, but that's what's going on in the space. Everyone sees metaverse. Everyone sees 3D characters. They don't realize that it takes years of experience to learn how to do that kind of stuff. And that's actually all experience that I presented at SIGGRAPH. I hate to say how old I am, but I presented it, when half of these guys were not even in kindergarten. It's true. It's really true. So that's something I'm really excited about. And then, okay, first off, then there's one other secret utility that we've got with the CockaDoodles, which I'm about to talk about. But before I talk about that, I want to also mention that we've got a low gas contract incoming. We're going to be doing ERC 721A. If you guys haven't heard about that, that's this contract where before, when you create an NFT, for each NFT, it stores a bunch of stuff each time you create one. But a lot of it's the same stuff, especially if it's the same person, who's minting it. So this new contract, when you mint like 5 of them, it stores most of the stuff for the first one. And then the next 4 just says point back to the first one. So you can basically mint all 5 of them for about the same cost as just the one. So it's a huge innovation. It's actually one of the reasons I think that gas has been going down since January, and then when you see a mint that happens where it's not in ERC 721A, you really notice like gas starts to spike that day. It's really wild. So that's another thing. So before I go on and talk about the last thing, the secret utility, and I get our special guest of the guy on, does anybody have any questions for me? Anybody interested in utility or have any questions about utility or just want to say hi to Bree and I?
I'd like to say one thing. So apparently we can only get 25 people in here. I'm learning that there were other people trying to get in, but it's on a 25-person limit or something.
Hold on, let me
should be unlimited,
channel.
but perhaps that's because you've got video on. I know it might put a limit on it then in terms of streaming.
Oh wait, I've got no limit here. Hold on, I just upped it to 50. Let's see if this works.
Yeah, I think it might be because you're streaming. I know it then puts on different limits.
I just uploaded to 50. Let me I'm gonna turn on my stream for a second here, see what happens.
For everybody to have the streaming, we have to restream it.
So the minute I stop streaming, it goes to 26. Let's see if we get some guys in and I start streaming.
Yeah.
Just for instance, my brother got booted, but now he's back in as soon as you stop streaming. I mean, that was the inside info I had. He got booted for some reason. I was like, what?
Video chat isn't available for more than 25 users.
Yep, there you go.
I mean, so it's fine. I mean, this is just the first one anyway. I mean, we are going to put a major push on this, but I mean, whether you want to stream or not, I mean, I'm fine with whatever, you know.
Yeah.
I mean, if you still really wanted to, you could turn on some kind of application on your computer, for example, something that shows your webcam, and you can there share your screen. So then you could still, it's kind of like a workaround. But then still only 25 people can see your screen at the same time. So then somebody would have to restream it.
Yeah.
It's suboptimal, to say the least.
Well, it's also suboptimal because one of the big things we want to do is stream our special guest today. I'm just thinking.
Whoa, we'll just have to keep it very exclusive, right?
I know,
One way to
right?
think about it, right? Oh, look, we have Timsy with David down there. I see it. Look at that. Nice PFP, Timsy.
What I might do, we've got 27 in right now. Let me just think about this for 1 second.
Kevin, I mean, right? Kevin. I'm saying it wrong.
Yeah, he's haunting us, right? Pixelmon goes.
Dude,
I think
getting
we're
reminded.
2 over right now. So what I might do is Corky and Hippie. When it comes time to stream, I might have you guys dip out so we can do the stream and then record it, and you guys can record and see the last 15 minutes. Does that sound good to you guys?
Wow, whatever you need me to do, man.
Yeah, it sounds good. I'm writing a resume anyway.
Let's do that because I'm about to. Well, before I do that, anybody have any questions about the utility or the project so far to ask Bree and I before we go into phase 2?
No.
I think I racked your brain enough. I'm empty.
Fair
Hey
enough.
guys,
Yeah.
hey guys, sorry. I would like to say thanks for the opportunity to be here. Thanks, Josh, for helping me out with a problem I had with another project. And guys, you are great. Thank you very much. Happy to be here.
Oh, Jason, my pleasure, man. That was the that scammer guy, right?
Yeah. I
Yeah.
hope that nobody else gets scammed.
Same.
Thank you.
Like, guys,
Thank you
if
for
you-
the opportunity.
Dude, my pleasure. If you guys want to get the sense of the kind of guy I am, there was another project that was releasing that it stole artwork from a project, and I kind of hung out in the Discord kind of silently for a little bit, and while people were coming in, I try to warn them. Like, guys, don't mint. It's a scam. It's a rug. And managed to help out a bunch of people. Some I got before, some I got right after, but managed to help out a bunch of people on it. And
Yes, and that was great. But the silly thing is that when you say to people, "Watch out, this is a scammer," they don't want to believe it, like I did in the first. I thought that you were, yeah, and because you receive so many DMs and you don't know what's going on, and you don't want to hear it because you are invested in this project, and you don't want to believe that you are the idiot.
right.
But
Oh, wait,
but thank God I believed you.
I'm
Thank you,
glad
thank
too.
you. Thank you very
Yeah.
much. Thanks for the opportunity to be here. Thanks.
Damn. My pleasure, man. Really my pleasure. I happy to do it. You know, like one of the things I really believe too is I think that as projects work together and you know, the more of us network each other, the more that we start supporting the creators in the space that really want to do something, really want to stick around for their projects and not just do a cash grab and run, the more that we're going to have a better NFT space for all of us. It's one of the things that Bree and I firmly believe. Like, it's one of the best things I think of that can help us all weed out bad actors is just start networking with the people that want to do good things, and that's why we're always happy to support other projects. I think there are a lot of projects who think that like by supporting another project they lose something, but for me, by making a stronger NFT space, I think we all gain something.
Yeah.
Feel the same way?
Yeah.
Don't want them all for yourself? all the cute little icons that come in, the PFPs, the nice people. You don't want to keep them all to your
Well, I
group.
want them, but I'll just buy them and support the project. Isn't that the point?
Yes, yes, it is. Well, right on, guys. I think we're about ready to let you guys know a little bit about the secret utility that we got here, and do a little bit more video streaming. So, I'm gonna say is Corky and Cookie and Hippie. Is it okay if you guys duck out for a second so I can start streaming?
Only if you call me Cookie from now on.
Okay, Cookie.
Okay, Cookie. You're who's our little Cookie?
I'll catch this later. Just tag me if I can come back in or whatever.
Will do.
All right, bye.
Hi. All right. I'm going to turn on our camera again to make sure that we establish the streaming. There we go. All right. And so, one of the things that we've been keeping under our hat is that so I have a project that's been in development, another NFT project. They're going to be tied, and we've been waiting to really kick it off until I had the right marketing team behind it, and you'll find out why, because it's of who it is. But today in the chat, we have a very special thing, because when you hold 3 CockaDoodles, is the number I believe that we're still working on all the finals on it. If you guys have been wondering, the numbers that we're thinking most likely are going to be a set of 4444. Keep the mint really reasonable price, 0.04 on the mint price. And if you hold 3 of them, then you'll get a whitelist for the NFT for the guy who we have here today, which is upcoming project, David Silverman, the director of The Simpsons. One of the most prolific Simpsons directors. There are a few, but he's the one of the most prolific, and he directed the movie. David.
Hello.
You want to say hello?
Yes, you hear me?
Yes, and if you want, so 2 things. First off, really quickly, if you click on user settings in the lower left,
Yeah.
go to voice and video.
Yeah, I was about to do that. That's actually where I'm at.
If you see voice and video, you can turn up your input volume.
Right. There we go. How's that? Better?
Much better.
Yes, there you go. We love your PFP.
There we go. Okay. All good.
And wait.
All good. Okay.
Super quick before we get off that PFP, because I want you to be able to stream. David, how did that PFP come about?
Sorry?
The PFP that you're rocking on Discord. How and when did that happen?
Just a minute ago. See, Josh said, you look like a newbie because you don't have an avatar of any kind. So I said, well, okay, I'll just draw something very quick. So I drew something very quick.
Really? You drew you drew it right before you got on. That's amazing. Good for you. I think I'm willing to pay for that right now.
Is that
a little more time, I can animate it waving, not a problem.
It's
Tremendous.
wild.
Good. Yes, wild. All right, so yeah, I'll shut up.
Nah, it's fine. David, Caesar has been giving me my...
Should I pop on and wave and say hi visually, or just for a second, or will that kill everything?
Actually, that's why I was saying to talk about your PFP first, because I wanted to go away so we actually see your lovely face.
It's not that lovely. I'm going to scare you all. Right, I'll give it a shot. Hi, everybody. Welcome to my room of tubas.
It's the tuba room.
Yes, thank you for joining us, David Silverman. We appreciate this.
Oh, it's my pleasure. It's my pleasure. It's something to do on a lovely Sunday day that I actually, for once, don't have something else going on.
Is it when you run out of tubas?
Yeah. Which I got to practice because I have a few gigs coming up. So anyhow, that's another story.
Man, I love having you in here. It's really great. we didn't really prep anything for today except for you to come by and say hi. So that's it. No, just kidding.
Well,
do you want to
anyhow?
Well, you never seem to need to be prepared. You always seem to have something fun to pop up or show. What
Well,
oh
I'll try.
yeah,
So
if you
what's going
want,
on? What's happening here, folks?
if you want, you can. Do you know how to share your screen?
I'm sure I could figure it out. Do I go into where it says screen with an arrow?
That's the one.
Looks very familiar. All right. What all do you want me to share, Josh?
I don't know. I mean, like every time I talk to you, you seem to have some combination of crazy Simpsons memorabilia, and of course, at some point we'll show them a little sneak peek of what you're working on. But
Okay.
is there anything fun you want to start with, or recent, or
Let's
old?
see. Well, keep talking. Let me see if I can find something of interest.
Sure. Let's see. What do I talk about? Well, one of the things I know one of the things I love about when we chat is just the combination of Burning Man stories, getting drunk, and Simpsons history. Um, man, what are some of the good ones?
Hmm.
I feel like should I keep, huh? I'll
I
keep
mean,
I'll keep yapping for a minute then.
I mean,
So
I'd like if you have a second, I would like to just say, moving forward, there's two people we're gonna have as priorities, and always in the forefront of our mind moving forward as we move with the CockaDoodles and Mr. Silverman's project. We're gonna always have the fashionista community, which is Josh's first project. I don't know if it's his first, one of his projects that he cares deeply about, and the apeless community. So I just want to keep that in the forefront of your mind that we're always going to have the best interest of our two communities first and foremost moving forward, and try and provide value the maximum we can for our two communities before others. So just with that being said, I just rest assured that this is always in our decision making process.
oh, you bring up two great things. First off, while David's getting ready, I want to say Atlas just typed in chat. This is so awesome to have David on the AMA. So David, that's from Atlas.
Oh,
Yeah. S-
fantastic.
yeah. Sam just typed great AMA! Exclamation point. For those of you guys who don't know, like almost a lot of people in here from the Ape List, but for those who don't know, I'm going to drop a link to the Ape List in Twitter. Sorry, in main chat. And what the Ape List is it's one of the best Bored Ape alpha groups I've ever seen around. It's amazing. To give you an idea, when I first announced on Friday, when I was first writing the announcement when I was first writing the announcement on Thursday that the Ape List was coming on board, that these guys were going to be helping us with the marketing, I was telling people that there were 25,000 followers. When I went to make the announcement on Saturday, I realized I was wrong, and they're now over 26,000. And today, it's over 27,000. It's really been picking up. So if you don't follow them, you should. And then on Discord, it's a community that has over 1,000 Bored Ape Yacht Club members on there. David, if we do well enough on all this, we should get you an ape or a mutant, so you're part of the community.
Okay then.
um, and David, I noticed you stopped streaming. Does that mean that you're ready, or does that mean you can use help figuring out how to share your screen?
I said, sorry, I forgot I didn't unmute myself. I said I'm just looking for things to present. So you keep talking.
Sweet.
I'll be right there.
Sweet. Well, I'll yap for that little bit longer then. Now, see, one of the things that Caesar talked about was taking care of community. So the fashionistas is Bree, the artist. That was her first art project in the NFT space. She's been drawing for a while. She's actually, she started drawing that back in August when there wasn't a lot of people around, and and I loved supporting her in it. And it's also one of the reasons why I want to support other women in NFT projects. I've actually done development for a number of projects, including I did a few sold out sets. One of them was the Great Ape Society's Great Genesis Gorillas, and develop contracts for a number of other things, including some projects that some other apes are on. I love doing it. One of the things I want to do here that you'll probably start seeing pop up in the next couple of days is actually a coding chat where as I do little things, I'm gonna just throw them in there, even snippets of code for people. Like one is that a lot of people don't know how to do an off-chain whitelist. There's two ways, like a Merkle tree. Well, there's a lot of ways. One way is a Merkle tree, one signing a hash. But like little clips like that, I'm going to throw some snippets of code in there just to add value to the project, but also, once again, make it so that people can have a place to come and get tips and that kind of stuff. And Caesar, you were talking about taking care of the ape list. I know that we've already got a lot of apes in here, but we're gonna do some whitelists for the ape list for the apes too, right? Like some exclusive ones for you guys in the Discord.
Oh, 100%. Yep.
Nice. Do you guys want to take while we're starling for David to bring up amazing art? Actually, you know what I should do? While he's doing that, let me show you guys a couple of cockadoodles.
Hell yeah. Yeah, I think that's also pretty important, right? To show like where we're at now and where we're going.
Oh, absolutely.
But naturally, I mean, when I first saw this art, I was like, damn, that's just cute. I mean, it's a fun art style. It's right up the alley with Doodles, right?
Yep.
And well, I think it would also be a good thing, Josh, to just tell everybody why chickens, right?
Oh my God.
It's probably a lot of people are wondering right now, okay, Doodles, I get that, but where are the cocks coming from?
Well, I'll probably touch on that. It's mostly, I mean, I love animals, but one of the animals I really love is chickens, and I just think they're really cute and funny little creatures.
No lie, when I first started dating her, I got to her house for the first time. And by the way, if you guys are looking at my screen, here's a couple of the cockadoodles, and I'll go through and we'll show you guys some that haven't been released yet.
Dude, you got to show us some of the 101s too, because they're dope.
I know, right? Here, I'll go through it. This is one of the 101s. I know.
You can also share, what we have planned on, maybe what we were talking about and looking at the price. I'll leave that to if you want to bring it up or whatnot.
Yep. Let's see. Go through some here. Oh yeah, so we're planning right now. We're planning on keeping it under 5K. The number that we're most likely going with is 4444, and want to keep it a really reasonably priced mint of like 0.04. That's kind of like the target that we're going for here, which with the connections that we've got in the ape list, that should be no problem at all getting that sold out. And then with the David Silverman project coming up that we're going to start announcing and having on Twitter and that kind of stuff, that's one of the things that we're planning for a strong secondary market. By the way, I love this cupcake one that you did, Bree. Bree, can you talk about cupcakes and why cupcakes?
I mean, who doesn't like cupcakes?
True.
Beautiful and delicious.
I know, right? But why eyes?
Huh?
Why for eyes? Because sometimes all you can see is cupcakes.
Yeah.
I just really, one of the things I love about what you did here is how you kind of like took everything and you really put your spin on it. Yeah, so when I first went to our house, there were chickens all over the wall, and apparently, how did you get those photos of those chickens?
Well, it was a chicken calendar, and when the year was over, I didn't want to throw all these pictures of chickens away, so I decided to hang them on my wall.
So along those lines, by the way, so what you're about to see, I'm going to show you a couple of legendaries here. So you got the golden ape. This is the Dark Lord, right, Bree?
Yeah.
Tell people about the Dark Lord.
It's very goth and broody.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kind of chicken really thinks about chicken's place in the world. um, one of the things I love that we added, San says looking amazing. One of the things that we added to the lore of this style is getting a couple of joints in there for Hippie because he really needs them.
Yeah. And other people.
And other people. Let's see. Here's another 101 that I really love that you did.
That one might not be 101.
Oh, this one, it might just be rare. Right, because of some, right. This one might be rares. And then I'm going to show you one really quick that we haven't shown to people yet. This is a 101.
I love this one.
What's really funny about that is that like Bree will actually make this face at me and imitate a goat in my direction. Let's see. I'll throw a few more here, and then David, how are things going on your end? Because you can share your screen without doing the video, and then be talking about stuff. And we've got more than 25 in now, I believe.
No, I'm fine. I thought I might, because you guys, I assume, are interested in what we do on The Simpsons. I thought I'd demonstrate a scene in Harmony. It's nothing to do with NFTs, but just as long as we're talking here, I'd show you something.
Ooh,
oh, that'd be awesome.
Hell yeah. Okay, so guys, I'm gonna finish this up really quick. But one of the things I want to show you guys as I go through this, like these are some of these traits, like you recognize, but some of them are things that Bree kind of very specifically did, like that you don't kind of see around because she's tying it in with her fashion stuff or making it a little bit more festival. Like I love this one. I think this is great. I feel like you would want me to wear this outfit when we go to Burning Man, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hell yeah, and the fire background, I love it.
Right? Kind of love that one too. Of course, Bree, any set Bree will have to do something that's all pink. and this one I kind of love, that she made the yoke eyes. It's almost disturbing.
It's meant to be a little weird.
That's meant to be a little weird. Okay, awesome. Guys, I hope you love the art there because I'm about to show you. Obviously David's here and doing some great stuff too, but I can't stress enough how much I enjoy what Bree's done here, and like even just like how she managed to get these expressions onto these chickens' faces, like the different things that she's got going on in the mouths, how each one's got like a little bit of a different personality on it. I just think she did, and that one, I really think that one is like the guy that just went out and got drunk all night.
Or worse.
Or worse, yeah. Well, here, David, did that sound like you were kind of like ready?
Actually, Josh, if I just may quickly add something here, just
Yeah,
before we
please.
move on from the CockaDoodle art.
Yeah.
I just wanted to share that our plan of basically giving back to the Doodle community, right? Because the art style is of course derived from Doodles, and we are obviously going to give back to that community as well. So what we're basically doing is we'll have a Doodle giveaway, and we're still we have to be careful how we word this because we don't want it to, get in trouble in terms of the legal side of things because we are approaching this project by the book. But there will be a doodle available for a lucky holder of this project. I think that's the way that we'll phrase it for now. Some type of giveaway, but just so you all know as well that that is something that we'll be doing.
Yeah. Thanks for putting that in the right phrasing. I was trying to figure out how to do that.
Yeah, like naturally we have to be careful, of course, because we don't want it to be like, hey, if you buy this, then you have a chance at winning this, right? Because then it puts
right.
it in a certain perspective, and we have to be careful with that. But I think you all get the idea there.
And I still have to see how things go, but I'm also not opposed to using rewards to getting even more things down the line. One of the things I didn't talk about in the whole metaverse aspect is that one of the things that I want to do with some of the funds of the mint is actually buy some land in a few popular metaverses, so that there can be kind of like a basis for the both the CockaDoodles and the and the merchandise store, but in the metaverse as well. So that's something that's really exciting. I know a lot of people get excited when projects have that on the roadmap, and that's one of the things that I'm planning to do when we do a full mint. Right, Dutch?
Oh, 100%. Yeah, and we're all looking at how we can basically provide utility post mint and yeah, just keep providing value because that's really our ultimate goal here is to provide so much damn value that y'all don't even want to sell, right? That's our goal here. So we've got a few exciting things in the works, and Josh and Bree are very creative when it comes to that part. And hey, we'll be there to support them throughout the journey.
Oh man, that brings up one of the most important points, right? And David, we'll talk about this right before we get to you. But one of the most important points about this and about this project, I want everyone to take a minute because I know you guys have all been in here a bit in the NFT space. Take a minute and think back 4 or 5 months. The pinnacle of utility in a project was like what? Donating $10,000 to charity? The NFT space moves so fast. And one of the things that Bree and I have already demonstrated is a full-on dedication to being in the space and to continuing to work with it. And that's one of the strongest things about our project. And I just want to say that before we get David started. David, why don't you start up your screen? Spectrum was coming out to fix our cable. So let me tell it this really quick. But David, why don't you start streaming and we'll go from there.
Okay, hang on a second, folks. Let me get a few things out of the way. So, I don't know how many of you saw our Maggie Simpson Star Wars piece of last year. But let's see, screen share. Let's see. Here we go.
I'm back.
I think so.
Did you start? There he is.
There we go.
And if everyone wants to click on,
don't see my screen yet, huh?
it is loading up. It will take a second. I can help run you through a couple of things too. Let's see. If it takes a minute, do you see where you're sharing your screen?
Try it again, yeah. Turn off my video.
Use video audio quality maybe due to network conditions. So what I want you to do, when you go to start it again, set it to 15 frames a second and set it to, are you going to show animation?
Yes, somewhat.
Okay, do this. On the stream quality, when you go to start streaming, do you see a thing pops up? First you select your screen and then you go to stream quality.
Yes, start at 15 frame rate.
15 frame, 720 resolution.
Right.
Yep.
Right.
Give that a shot.
Let's see if that's share.
Nah, it popped up again.
Anything show up?
It might be a permission thing where is this the first time you're sharing screen on Discord, David?
No.
Quite possibly, yes.
No, it's not. You did it last time. Remember?
Yes, I do.
Yeah.
So maybe he doesn't like to share Harmony. I don't know. I'm trying to share Harmony.
Yeah, you could try share the entire screen instead. That
I'm
might be
gonna
better.
also turn the bitrate allocation of the chat up. What?
That might be a TV in the background of Tabulin, I think. Tabulin Razar. Oh. He gone.
David, try one more time. I just changed the video quality of the voice chat. Or the bitrate.
I'm just gonna share the entire screen.
Give it a shot.
Did that work?
No.
You're not sharing yet. Try it again.
Try again. All right, screen share. Screens. Screen 1. Okay, go live.
Yeah,
Didn't
so it
work,
cuts it
huh?
out right away. That does. Yeah, that sounds like a
Hold on.
permission issue.
Let me change the channel. Let me set video quality back to auto. It could be the auto thing. David, try it one more time. Yeah, it was the auto. So now let's go and click watch here.
Yeah, but it's still just loading.
Well, give it a second. Sometimes it takes a second
See
to
if it
load.
loads up. Let's see if it works.
Yeah. Dutch is definitely a brilliant mind when it comes to Discord, so I see the exclamation point still pops up here saying the stream is viewing currently as reduced video or audio quality. This may be network conditions.
Maybe this is too big a thing to show. I have no idea.
No,
I was going to try to show you.
So David, stop streaming one more time. I'm gonna walk you through some steps for the best way. So click share your screen. Go ahead and click on the screen that you're trying to share, and then change the stream quality to custom, and make sure it's 720, and make sure the frame rate is 15, and then try to go live and let's see if it works.
It is on both of those.
Okay, try going live one more time.
Nope.
No, it didn't work, did it?
Yeah, and I'm seeing stream quality 720, 30 frames per second. That's
So
weird.
am I. Yep.
Well, that's funny because I've set it to 15, so I don't know what to tell you.
That bastard. Try this. Make Harmony a smaller window. Or how many monitors do you have?
2.
David, is Harmony running in full screen?
That's a good question.
Or is it a
Harmony is
windowed
running-
application?
Let's see now. Should I go to preferences?
Well, I mean, yeah, you'll be able to see it if there's a sort of like a taskbar toolbar on the top of the screen, or if it's just like a full screen type of application. I suppose what I'm getting at here is that sometimes Discord has trouble sharing full screen applications, so you'd have to add it as a game as they see it. But just to test that, you could try share another application, perhaps, for example, your web browser or whatever, just to test if that works.
Okay. Let me see if I can just
Just a
share,
quick
say-
troubleshooting issue.
Actually, I have a thought. Let me close this.
Glad you're here, Dutch.
Yeah, he's really, I mean, brilliant when it comes
Maybe I have too many applications open too. That's could be the other reason.
Nah, Caesar, I just use Discord a lot, so I've had this issue a few times already.
Let's try this again.
It's at 15 frames per second.
And what are you sharing this time?
I'm sharing Harmony again. Harmony window.
Okay. And what if you try share something else, for example, your web browser or any other application that you're running?
Yeah, let's make sure it's not incompatible with Harmony.
Yeah, I think that might be the issue here.
Because last time you just showed Photoshop, you didn't have Harmony open or anything like that.
Right, right. Let me try this.
Try temporarily quitting Harmony.
A good idea. Excuse me. Let's try this again.
Nope.
That didn't work either. Just sharing
Well,
my
try
screen.
it one more time.
Hold on a second. One second.
Verholding.
I'm just quit a few things first. Maybe that'll help.
Cigarettes, alcohol.
David, are you on Windows or a Mac?
Mac.
Okay.
we're in the process of upgrading some of his Mac equipment. So I think one of the next things, man, I'll make sure is that we get you a really nice cable modem speed for this kind of stuff. It'll be one of the treats of the project.
Didn't work either.
And
Yeah, I just
was your
might want to
brother.
make sure that. All right, so I'll just quickly run this through. So, since you're a Mac, just top left, click on System Preferences.
Yeah.
Right?
Then go to Security and Privacy.
Wait a second. Right?
You got that? Okay, then Privacy. So the tab on the right.
Oh, I see what's happening. Yeah, I see Discord isn't checked.
Right. Yeah. So that
Go,
definitely has to
Dad.
be checked.
That's part of the
Yeah.
problem.
I had a
There you
Yeah, you-
go.
And then you might have to restart Discord. But yeah, just join back in.
This is definitely a treat we want. So
Oh, for sure, it's worth the wait.
Oh yeah, guys, just wait to see him. Wait till you get to see the behind the scenes stuff. It's so good.
Okay. Let's see if does that help.
Yeah, you'll probably have to restart Discord. So just quit Discord and restart it.
Oh, in the security privacy setting too, make sure that the screen sharing one Discord is turned on for.
Yeah, that's exactly what you just turned on.
Okay, good. Huh. I had him turned on before. I wonder if Discord like reinstalled.
Possibly. Let's see. Okay, I'll be back in a second.
Sounds good.
Awesome.
I mean, it's good that we're doing this because I plan on we plan on having this you know, in as a much bigger audience the next time we go about this, and you know, we just get the kinks out, and next time we'll run much smoother.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Well, also, I think if it's going to limit us to 25, well, actually, no. If because if we get in the ape list, he wouldn't be able to do a face, but he could stream his screen to like 50 people or more. You know, like I
Yep.
mean.
Well, so it's limited to 25 people watching, but we've gone around that before. For example, with our Collider AMA, we had over 100 attendees, and throughout the whole thing, we had the host sharing, and we just re-streamed the stream basically.
Right. Okay. So like he was talking on video, and then you'd stream his screen, not his.
Yeah, the screen exactly.
Right.
Yep.
That's cool.
Okay. So let's hope that this works here.
Yep. Let's just leave it going for a little bit. Sometimes it is reduced quality, but sometimes it takes a minute to start up.
Hmm.
I've seen it happen before, where it can take like like a few minutes to get going.
So that really is the key setting. You know, screen recording should be enabled for Discord.
Yeah.
David, just to check that option is currently checked, right?
Yeah, I'll double check it. You mean in system preferences, right?
Yeah, exactly. So privacy, screen recording, Discord.
Privacy,
Also-
Discord, yeah, it's checked.
Okay.
Also, there's another thing that I think we should do, which is does streamer mode help the setting, Dutch, on his side?
No, I don't believe so. That just changes notifications and everything that you get, I believe.
It doesn't prioritize like data.
No, not that I know of.
Okay.
Yeah,
Right.
I mean,
I don't know.
besides restarting your computer, I wouldn't really. Yeah, I'm not sure what else is going wrong here because that really is the key setting that would be causing this.
Well, sorry, folks. I don't know.
You know what?
I don't tell you.
Let's try something really quick. David, take 1 second, and what I want you to do is just go ahead and try restarting your computer and coming back into Discord, and we'll see if that works. And if not, then we'll just do you on video, and we'll give people a chance to Q&A you on Simpsons trivia.
Okay. All right. I'll be back in a minute, folks. Enjoy.
Yeah.
All right, sounds good.
Yeah, and that's just as much fun as everything else, guys. David's such a personality, and then we'll work on the recording thing.
Dude, so
for another
I
time.
have watched so much Simpsons growing up. It ain't even funny, as Caesar would say.
I know, right?
It's
amazing,
yeah, it's a
right?
great show.
It ain't even funny.
Dutch. In the background at some point while we're doing this too, you can find out if if there's any kind of utility on the Mac that records that streams a screen to the video camera.
So
And
you
then-
mean like a virtual webcam setup?
Right, but that shows your screen instead of the webcam, and then he could just stream his video because that seems to be working just fine.
Yeah, there is, but that's also quite a setup. So there's virtual webcam software for that. But that does get pretty complicated.
You know what?
So
Then
I don't think that's something we can just set up right now. As on the fly. I think if we cannot figure this out on his end, I mean, Josh, at this point, it might be easier if you just pass by and then just set it up for him at some point. But
yeah, I think we'll do that. We'll get him on video. I'll show a little bit about the NFT that he's doing. I can stream that, and then you guys can ask David about Simpsons trivia.
Yeah, but I think we should keep it to a bare minimum of what what kind of sneak peek we're gonna show. We wanna keep the excitement for for the future, but
Sure. Yeah, absolutely. I could do that.
But with that being said,
the art is tremendous. Yeah,
Caesar, I mean, we do have mostly apes here, right? So I
You're
don't
right.
think it hurts to give him a little bit of the inside scoop here.
True, it doesn't. You're
But
right.
in general, yeah, definitely, we're gonna be mysterious with it.
Yeah,
exactly.
One of the things, that to me that's fascinating about David's NFT is like you don't often see people. David's one of the top animators in the world. He's been working on The Simpsons since the 90s, the 80s, like
87?
right. Like it's insane, and you don't see that kind of person dropping in and doing an NFT. And you'll see when we show you guys some stuff, he's got so many surprises and personality in each one of them that it's like each one is just, it makes things look tremendous. The traits that he's got going on, right, guys?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, from what you guys are seeing.
Yeah, it's there. I mean, the art's hitting on all cylinders. I agree.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then I mean,
And,
with the name like that behind the project and that kind of connections, I mean, it's the opportunities and the possibilities for a collection like this is just endless, right?
Yeah.
I mean, if y'all imagine, what he's doing with The Simpsons, and now what he could do with his own project, I mean, it just opens up a whole world of opportunity, right? And it's just very exciting to me.
Yeah, that's one of the things I'm really excited about too. I was texting, the screen doesn't work. We can just have you on video.
Yeah, and then we'll just have to reserve the inside, or not the inside, but like the behind the scenes video for some other time if it doesn't work now.
Yeah, he's back.
Hey, I'm back. What do you know?
Hey, look at that.
All right. Well.
Welcome back, man.
Let's see what happens this time. We've done everything we can do.
We're gonna try.
Oh, that's not looking too good.
That didn't work either, did it?
Give it one more shot, David. And if that doesn't work, we're just gonna turn on your video. I'll stream the cat, and you can also.
Chat.
Yeah, we'll chat. We'll do a Q&A.
Yeah, because at the same time, we don't want to hold up, too much time of everybody here. I know we've
Yeah.
been trying to fix this for a minute now, so I think that would be a good call. It looks like it's not working. So David, we'll
Hold on, give
happily help you fix this
Yeah,
afterwards.
we'll work it out for another time. Sorry, folks.
No worries. So David, turn your video camera back on so you can see your beautiful
Hey, how
queen.
about that? Hello, everybody.
There we go. Here. So, David, why don't you start out first off by introducing them to your character, and then I can stream a picture of it so that they can see it.
Yes, I kind of came up with this character a long time ago when I was illustrating piano books, along with other characters. And it's basically been dormant for a very long time. So I thought, well, maybe this would be a good idea to work with with this project. And it's a cute little character. It's a cat character, and I can see it being sort of you have ways to present this, don't you, Josh?
Yeah. Do you want me to show the first one right now?
Just go ahead and present it. Yeah.
Sure. Here you go. Hold on. So, boom. There's the guy. Hold on a second. David, you keep
That's
keep
sort
your
of
video.
Oh yeah.
You keep your video on.
Yep.
Okay, so that's the basic guy.
Yeah.
And obviously, it's a theme and variations, like so many of these projects. And I thought he would be fun to work with, and something a little different, something I haven't really seen before. And that's sort of basically it for
No,
now.
it
Wait,
looks great. It
I'm going to
definitely,
show them.
it's fully marketable. I mean, it definitely is. Yeah, easy on the eyes. I mean, and then when you get through to the traits, forget about it. It gets interesting.
That's
Yeah,
one of the
go
things
ahead
that
and
I want
show
to.
a few variations, Josh.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm about to do the first variation, and one of the things I want to point out this is just a change of a trait, guys, and it's so much more what you see in other projects. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Boom.
Oh yeah, that is mean.
I
I
like to
love that.
bring in my sense of fun and animation. So
Sure.
and trying to figure out ways how far can I stretch things out and still work within the parameters of the shall we say the art technology.
Sure.
Yeah, and it's really one of the things I love. Like David, I've told them, you're one of the, humbly one of the top at the top of the animators in the world. Like you directed the Simpsons movie. You've been drawing. When did you start drawing the Simpsons?
35 years ago, we're coming up to it.
Good God,
it'll be
man.
March 1987 that we did the first Tracy Ullman shorts.
Did you ever think
know.
that? Do you ever think to
Oh.
calculate out how many frames you've actually drawn?
No, I probably shouldn't think about that. I think my head might pop.
I just have a question. I have a question for you. Is this something that you'd be able to maybe input some mutant ape yacht club traits into these figures, or is this not something you're looking to do?
Oh hell yeah.
Sure. I mean, whatever the market will bear. Sure, why not?
Yeah, absolutely.
Maybe-
I think it'll be a nice aesthetic, and I think just get. I mean, the apes in the whole NFT space are humbly on top of the spectrum, and I think if we can, and then this is totally up to you. I'm not telling you how to do your art. I'm not an artist. You're a tremendous artist, but I feel like if we can just add a little into some of them, not the collection by any means, maybe a few special ones with some few mutant ape yacht club traits in there, it would be just blow people away.
That is awesome.
What about like a legendary mutant ape yacht club kitty?
Yeah, like something like Josh, you
A
nailed it.
mutant
Just like
kitty.
that. Yep.
Hell yeah.
But by the way, I want to point out too some of the other things because it's really interesting some of the stuff that he's done with this, and I'm going to show you guys another one that he did that I was really impressed with. Like he turned around and he just showed me this as one of the head traits.
Yeah, it's insane. I love it. I love it.
Yeah, this is actually still a WIP. I have some other details to throw onto this. I haven't finished this one completely, But I even thought about, and that's something we talked about, Josh. Are there things you can do where you can have an NFT that has an animation to it, right?
Yes. Yeah.
Yes, because I do want him to plug it in, and the other guy to go kind of.
That'll look so insane if that thing gets electrified. Oh my lord!
Yeah.
Well, Oh, keep going, guys. Yeah.
Basically, if we're gonna do it animated, it's gonna be, it's gonna nail the whole project, 100%.
And also some things, David, that we could do too is that if some of them were animated, maybe it'd be things that people get like a special reward with it.
Yep. I agree.
Sure, I totally agree. Again, I don't know nothing much about it, so I'm like, sure, why not?
Well, it's funny too because we can talk about this, but there's a lot of things that people can do. I mean, even if just one of the rewards is to get to meet you, you're a pretty well known guy these days.
Yeah, I guess that's true. I never pay attention to that because I'm usually too busy working. And then every now and then said, "Oh, I saw this and this of yours." Oh, really? Oh, that's nice.
And here, since we got these guys all in here, we're going to preview one of the one-on-ones that we've shown a couple of times. Speaking of mutations, how about this guy?
Yeah, looks great. I mean, we put some utility behind this, and really, I mean, the art is there. It's hitting on all cylinders. I mean, we could put this project to the stratosphere.
Yeah.
I love this, and this art is just so original.
A few little details I want to spruce up, but yeah, it's pretty good.
Yeah.
Like
and David,
you see the hand underneath the jaw coming out the neck?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Zoom in on that one. It's great. David, tell him the inspiration for this one because it's really quite a story.
Oh well. Yeah, I wish I could show you this. One of the things that we were doing in the very first season, if you will, of the Tracy Ullman show shorts was called Making Faces. And for some reason, I got this idea in my head about making Bart and Lisa making surrealistic faces. So, because they're always saying, that face wasn't so scary, check out this face. So that face isn't so surrealistic, check out this face. And they're distorting to bizarre, Dali-esque, crutch-filled transformations. And so I guess this is sort of like a reference back to that.
Well, you were talking to me, and you got to show me some behind stuff from that, and then oh no, you didn't. You weren't able to, right? Of course not. And then we said you really should make a surrealist cat inspired by that, and that's when you came out with this one.
Well, maybe I can send you something, Josh, that you can present. Let me see if I can find it, and then
sure.
Make sure people know not to.
Let's see if I can find it. But listen, while I do this, if you have any questions you want to ask me, so we don't just have dead time here, go right ahead.
What I was going to tell them really quickly is you sent me over a little video of some traits. I'll show them that
video.
Yeah, I'll show them that really quick. Because it's mostly apes in here. Wait, I'm gonna pause to make it big for a second. So guys, what's really funny too is that David's so used to working in animation that he went in and did this. Whoops, and of course we're going over, so this is Spectrum showing up. Here, let me make this full screen for you. And here we go. Ready guys? In 3, 2, 1.
Yeah,
Getting started with it.
Yeah.
Is that amazing?
It is. So I mean, definitely a pure treat to have you today, David. I mean, super excited for what we can do in the future. and incredible talent. That's I just
Well, thank you very much.
definitely a treat to have you. I mean, this is definitely something special, and yeah, excited.
So funny. I was just sort of thinking about for the longest time I would do like presentations of The Simpsons, and I would always get the same questions, and primarily the first two questions people would ask me was, when is Maggie going to talk, and what state is Springfield in? But now
Mhm.
that's all changed, and everybody asks me now, how do you guys keep predicting the future?
Now,
So,
if if I'm correct, Simpsons is the longest running show in the history of shows.
in terms of what if you go to like primetime scripted shows as opposed to like SNL or 60 Minutes or something like that,
Mhm.
we are now the longest running show of all time.
There's something to be said of that.
Closest scripted episodes was Gunsmoke, and they were at 20 seasons, but a lot of episodes because that was back in the day. They would do like 39 episodes a season. So
Okay.
they have about 625 episodes, I think. And now we have about 750, I guess, at this point.
Wow. I mean, there's just something to be said about that. Just that statement alone, to be the longest running show in the history of shows, whether there's a little caveat to it or not, is just totally incredible.
I mean, when we talk about we're going to season 34, I mean,
Yeah.
sort of have a hard time thinking about that.
Yeah.
I thought we were doing well when we hit season 20.
You almost doubled it. Yep.
I
Congratulations.
know.
Yes,
Thank
congratulations.
you. Well, that's what I hope. I hope we hit season 40 at this point.
Sure. So I mean, if we want to take a moment, anybody have any questions for Dave? I mean, we have been running this a little long, and we don't want to, take everybody's time up. Josh might be on a phone, but if anybody has any quick questions they want to ask David, please.
I do have a quick question here, and it's not related to this upcoming project. David, I gotta ask, who's your favorite Simpsons character?
Great question.
I always have a soft spot for Krusty the Clown. I just think he's just one of the greatest, interesting characters in terms of just like he is basically a pastiche of a lot of the writers' experience working for people like David Letterman or Johnny Carson or something like that. Like the consummate performer who back when the lights are off is all.
Yeah.
And no matter how bad it gets, the thing is that there's a part of him just loves to perform, even when the lights are off and he's always grumbling about it. And of course, it doesn't hurt that Dan Castellaneta does a terrific job with the voice that he created and the performance that he does.
I love it.
Also, as other characters go, I do also love Comic Book Guy for just different reasons, but just sort of like the fact that he is based upon a pastiche of comic book guys that many of us have known, growing up as kids. And then again, Hank Azaria's great performances are always a treat to animate.
That's great.
Sure. Now, I mean, I'm in my 40s, so I know the name. I mean, for those, and I'll just be like, the NFT space has a lot of young bucks in it. Can you just share who Hank Azaria was?
Well, I mean, he's still around. Hank Azaria, great actor. It's so interesting. He came to us kind of early in his career, and then he's basically as he's developed his various characters of Simpsons, he started doing more and more work in TV and in movies, starting with like Robert Redford's great film Quiz Show, and then later Mike Nichols' The Birdcage, which is a redo of La Cage aux Folles, a French film.
Sure.
And he was also in the Broadway stage production of Monty Python's Spamalot.
Yeah, which was huge back then. Absolutely.
Yeah, and and he obviously, he'd worked with Mike Nichols before, and Mike wanted him for it. And Hank said, well, what roles do you want me to do? And Mike says, well, I want you to do all the John Cleese roles and the Knights Who Say Knee. And Hank said, well, don't worry, Mike, I've been off book since age 11. So he had a good time with that.
Yeah. Incredible. Okay. Any other questions we have here? I mean,
Now, I'm gonna pop in here and say, guys, this is, you don't often get a chance to sit down with David and ask questions. So if there is anyone here, if you even just want to tell them how much you love The Simpsons, feel free to pop on for a minute.
Hey guys, thank you very much. Hey David, that's an incredible honor to have the opportunity to speak to you. I'm from Greece. I see your show since I was a very little kid. I'm very happy that I have this opportunity to talk with you, and thank you for being here.
It's my pleasure. It's my pleasure. Yeah, and it's great to do the silly things like that because, like I was telling Josh, I don't get a chance to actually meet a lot of people and realize, oh yeah, the show's had some effect on a lot of people around the planet.
Yeah, everybody here loves it. Me and my friends, we are now at 35, and we still see your show. And you know what were you saying before, that everybody asks you how you can predict the future. Same is here. We have sites here in Greece that talk about that, how the Simpsons predicted the war in Ukraine and stuff like that.
Well, I have two theories about that. One is when you do so many shows, you're bound to get lucky.
Yeah.
You're bound to predict things. The second thing, I sometimes think, I don't know if we predicted the future or gave people suggestions. So there's that aspect as well. It's like sometimes I wanted to think that Bob Iger, when he was running Disney, saw a Simpson episode where they had the joke that 20th Century Fox, a division of Disney, saw that and said, "That's not a bad idea. Why don't we do that?"
Thank you. Great to have the opportunity to talk to you. I'm very happy to be here. Thank you for giving us your time.
Sure thing. Not a problem.
Yeah, also David, Jirafal here. I just want to say, man, I love The Simpsons, and since I was a kid, I was watching it with my dad, and we're glad that we have you here.
Well, thank you. Well, I do want to say, and it won't air for a while now because we're just starting this episode, so it'll probably be probably air maybe around November or something like that. But for those of you who remember an episode called 22 Short Films About Springfield that had all sorts of very hilarious vignettes.
Yeah.
Without giving away how we are doing this, we're doing a show that's very similar to that, which also has a lot of very hilarious, like almost blackouts of like these characters doing something outrageously silly. So I think the show is very hilarious, and I just wanted to say that it's something to look forward to coming up next season.
Absolutely.
David, do me a favor.
Yeah.
And go ahead and turn off your streamer for a second so we can let a few more people in to the chat. Just stop video streaming. There you go. Just his picture for now.
It's all right. I'm waving.
Yeah, exactly. And we had a guy who is still out there, IBR. Come in now. There we go.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. Good. Let some more people in. That's fine.
Yep. And we've got time for maybe like one or two more questions, and then we're gonna end this AMA. But we'll do more in the future. Anybody else have anything they want to say to David, the director of Simpsons, or just say in general?
Hi, David. Hi, guys.
Hi.
Hi. Yeah, I was just wondering if you are doing your own voice also in the series.
A couple of times I didn't have much to say, but I showed up as a flaming tuba guy in an episode that parodied Burning Man, and I was able to use my own voice in that. And then also in another time reprising that role. My caricature has shown up a few times in the, especially in the earlier seasons. We would show up as animators of Itchy and Scratchy, but we weren't given any lines. So it's only of those more recent episodes.
Okay, thank you.
I've got
Yeah.
a quick comment if possible.
Sure.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, I'm born in 1980, 80s kid, grew up with The Simpsons. One thing that sticks out to me, I remember in maybe third grade, Simpsons shirts were just popping, and they made us not wear them at school anymore because "Bite Me" was bad. It was so funny. As a kid growing up with it, I think part of the culture of kind of pushing back on culture a little bit really helped that project explode.
I think that was one of the things too, is that it did was kind of like pushing on culture, and then then people said, okay, it ain't so bad to say "bite me," so the hell with it.
That's right.
Congratulations, David. You're a
Yeah,
pioneer in getting kids to say "bite me" in school.
I know.
I mean, we're talking
Josh,
80,
I have a
89 maybe.
question,
I
please.
forget.
Yeah, sure, Profish. What is it?
No, that was
Yo,
me. I'm
so
done now, brother.
Oh,
Thank you.
KP.
this KP. Yeah, I'm gonna speak for the '90s babies that grew up watching The Simpsons, because I grew up in Los Angeles, growing up watching that show every night. And I remember watching Simpsons and getting the idea that beer was the best tasting thing in the world, because Duffman made the beer look like it was the best thing in the world. But when I grew up and I drank it, it was not true.
Well, how about now, KP? How
That's
about
really
now?
funny. By the way, someone's
I
asking.
love beer now.
That's what I mean, dude. Same here.
Terrific. I love that.
Santa's asking
This
chat.
is terrible. Beer is terrible. What's that?
Santa's is asking chat, when will the collection of David be for sale? TBA. So you guys are getting pre-alpha. We actually have a lot of the art done on it, and we're about to go into a heavy production on it. It's the very next thing we're going to heavy production on after the CockaDoodles. So it should be relatively soon after the CockaDoodles. It's it's not like we're going to release it tomorrow or anything like that, but you guys all pre-alpha on it. And I just want to stress one more time that we're going to set up so that anyone holding three CockaDoodles, 3 alphas, is going to get on the whitelist for David. And let's see, I think we've got time for maybe like one more question, and then unfortunately I have to cut it off at 2 because this is the time when the guy from Spectrum chose to come by to fix my cable.
Very important.
Very important.
Hey, go ahead, Josh. I'm sorry, but
No, Profish, go ahead.
Yeah, sure, no doubt. So I collect animation art in the cell form and whatnot, and over the years, I've collected and sold and collected many Simpsons, cells, original backgrounds, and the whole 9 yards, along with SpongeBob. I just sold a pilot episode, 15 G's at auction. It's incredible how this physical art holds so much value over time, and now we're seeing like a transition into the digital. That has been going on for 5-6 years now, but it's pretty incredible to see it. I wonder how that'll affect the original hand painted artwork of pre 99.
That's really interesting. Yeah, because we were the longest holdout on the traditional cell painting. There were no other shows at the time. We made the transition in 2002, and at that point, it had been about 5 years at most every other show. Well, certainly about that 2002, every other show was all digitally painted. Starting really in 1997. For instance, when Futurama came on, it was all digital paint. There are no cells of Futurama because I don't think they had any seasons where they're animated on cells. I don't think. So you've had essentially 13 seasons of The Simpsons that was animated on cell, and now the majority of the seasons have been digital. I guess if you look at 34.
Hey,
I hadn't thought about that.
David, I need to wrap this up, but he just inspired me. Speaking of utility, I know we're still working out the utility for your set on, and we've got some very special stuff planned. But what would you think about making like a super, super, super rare portion of the set, where if a few of those people got them, they can get a special drawing from you?
Wow.
Oh, sure. I think that'd be a good idea.
How about that, guys? Like a custom one of one done for
Incredible.
you by David Silverman.
That's pretty
amazing.
insane.
Well, that's great.
Maybe we'll even do it on paper.
I will go for that. I will happily
Paper?
sell my soul.
What's that?
All right, guys.
We
I gotta wrap this up. This
Okay,
has been
guys.
amazing. I love this, David.
We'll see you all next time, man.
Yeah, we appreciate you all coming here today. And David, it was great having you. It was a pleasure meeting you and seeing some of the great work you've been working on. And yeah, it's very exciting to have you here.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Thank you, David. And we're gonna do our job to to take it into the stratosphere, and make something that everyone could be proud of.
Well, great. Thanks. I appreciate that very much.
Absolutely.
Right
All
on,
right,
guys.
guys. Have a great rest of the weekend.
You too.
Sounds good.
Okay, pal.
Talk to you soon,
All
Dave.
right.
We'll talk later today on that brainstorming stuff.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. And guys, you guys can all hang out, chat, say hi, meet each other. I have to go for now, and we're going to stop the recording on this. This has been the first CockaDoodles AMA with their surprise guest, David Silverman. Feel free to hang out, and then guys, I'm looking forward to a lot more, and I'm actually looking forward to getting to know all of you over time.
Awesome, Josh. Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Thanks
for
a
the
lot,
opportunity.
Josh.
Yeah.
Thanks,
Great, man.
David. Thanks, everybody.
Thank you. Bye. Thank you
Good
very
night,
much. Bye.
Amazing
Awesome.
aim.
Thanks all. Ciao.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Bye, guys.